Okay, special shout out to Martin Webb. If you didn't bring this to my attention, I never would have found out about it. He said, "Hey Brian, a channel called Incessant Goy made a video taking a comment you made about censorship out of context. I suggest that you address it by pointing out that entrusting the fight against pedophiles to the government only exacerbates the problem," which he's right. Martin is absolutely right. You get the government involved in anything, things get dramatically worse, exponentially worse. Anytime you ask the government to step in and provide a tyrannical remedy to the evils of the world, you are going to get caught in the crossfire 100% of the time. Especially when you ask for a prohibition. When has prohibition ever worked? Prohibition actually makes the situation that they're trying to get better worse. Look at alcohol prohibition. Look at drug prohibition under the drug war, which is not a war on drugs, it's a war on people. And then guess what happens? The government gets involved in the drug distribution business. The biggest drug pushers and the biggest drug mafia in the entire world is the CIA. If you don't believe me, look what we're doing. Look how much money we're spending in Afghanistan. 90% of the world's opium comes from Afghanistan. That's where a lot of our troops are stationed. They got to protect that poppy crop while back here at home, they're arresting, they're incarcerating people who use the very drugs that they're making sure come to market. Sociopaths are attracted to bureaucracy. Absolutely well said. And we're going to see where Incessant Goy denies this. Just carte blanche, just turns a blind eye to it. And the only viable solution is vigilantism. In other words, the price of freedom is eternal vigilance, guys. Don't expect somebody else to make your world a less evil place. The world is evil, and it's filled with evil people. And the last thing you want to do is give some of those evil people who gravitate toward government a monopoly on force and violence. So here's the video. The name of the channel is Incessant Goy 2. And truth fears no scrutiny. Let's hear what he says about me. First of all, you should know that Incessant Goy already right off the bat calls me a piece of shit. I'll just show that to you right now. Yeah, that's me, is a piece of shit. I have a few more clips I'm dropping on him tomorrow. Major shilling. So I'm a major shill. And I'm a piece of shit. Because I don't believe that there's a tyrannical remedy to the evils in the world, because tyrants are evil. When you ask an evil person to rid you of evil, you are literally engaging in the definition of insanity. It's like living in Chicago in the 1920s. You know Al Capone and his cronies, Guido and Muffin Head, come to your door with their baseball bats on the last Saturday of every month to collect their mafia stipend. And if you don't give it to them, you're going to have broken kneecaps and have to go to the doctor. And you ask the mafia, you ask Guido and his boys and Al Capone if they could please protect you from the evils in the world. You're asking evil to help you fight against evil. Why don't you do it yourself? Why don't you eliminate the evil that you don't want and get rid of the evil of Al Capone and Guido? You know what I think about pedophiles. You know I think there's only one remedy for them. When you've reached that level of decadence, you're so far gone that you have to employ the use of the third precious metal. You guys know what I mean. There's silver, there's gold, and there's lead. And I'm talking about swift justice. No 3 hots in a cot, no pass go and collecting $200, no settling on Park Place, getting your pornographic magazines, 3 hot square meals, and you get to go out in the yard every now and then to exercise in your little your prison industrial complex prison. None of that. There's no reward for a pedophile. There can be, in a just society, there can be no reward for a pedophile. And censoring pedophiles does not eliminate the world of pedophiles. You know what it does, though? It increases the length of the arm of the tyrant. Because if you ask for censorship to come on somebody, if you ask for prohibition to come on somebody else, you're actually opening the door for the boomerang of censorship to come back and chop off your head. Metaphorically speaking, YouTube. So let's take a look at this. Here are my comments. What kind of message does Brian tell his 700,000 subs?
Would you ban queer kid stuff, Brian? No. Leave it all out in the open so it can be dealt with. I say censor nothing. Nothing. No matter how distasteful you might think it is, somebody might think, here's why. There's two reasons. Number one, you don't have the right to do it, okay?
In other words, nobody has a higher claim over your life and property than you. What human being has the right to go up to another human being and censor something? See, child porn is in a different category because it's a violation of the non-aggression principle. You're actually taking advantage of a little kid who doesn't have the mental faculties to be able to resist an adult. You're overpowering somebody who's weaker than you. You haven't done something illegal. You've done something far worse than illegal. What is illegality and legality anyway? It's nothing. It's a construct of the mind. It's immoral to take advantage of a kid in any way, especially the perverted use of, sex on a kid, and then displaying their bodies for other, adults, mostly male, to enjoy. It's disgusting. There's only one remedy for somebody who's let their mind get that far gone. And you know what the sad part about that is? Most of those pedos, those adult pedos, were taking advantage of kids themselves. So there's this perpetuation of this evil cycle. You guys know what I think about this crap. It's antithetical to liberty. It's antithetical to truth, to love, to basic human compassion, to the golden rule. Do to others what you would want done to you. If you were a little kid, you wouldn't want some 300 or 200 pound pervert molesting you, fondling you, messing your mind up, setting you on a collision course for destruction in your adult life, from which most never escape. There are those few people who put it behind them and they can go on with their lives. For the most part, though, kids become adults that are messed up and they perpetuate this crap. But the last thing you want is to prescribe a tyrannical remedy to this frickin' evil of the world. Society will take care of it, not government. The moral people in society will take care of it. You know, the reason they're not taking care of it right now is because they're stepping aside and expecting the government to do it. And then what does the government do? Oh my gosh. They protect people like Jeffrey Epstein, like Dennis Hastert, like, what's that guy in New York? Weiner, Anthony Weiner. What an appropriate name.
Two, if you exact censorship on somebody else, then you have to expect that blade of censorship is going to swing back and hit you in the noggin.
Change my mind on that one.
Nope, don't censor child porn either. Don't censor anything. Keep it all in the open because child porn is going to exist. They're going to push it down and then they're going to be hidden. Keep it out in the open. Then
Sunlight is the greatest disinfectant. That's a metaphor. The sunlight is truth. It's moral people who hold fast to the truth are consumed by truth and logic and love and human compassion and reason.
Go to these people's houses and get it. You can't get them if you can't find them. No, that's their opinion. And face it, your opinion is that child pornography is wrong. It's true.
Yeah, in your opinion, if you say child pornography is wrong, your opinion is 100% right because it's wrong. It's not that it's illegal, it's that it's wrong. Who cares what the government says about it? The government actually, in their tyranny, perpetuates child porn and trafficking. Why do you think so many people disappear around the Washington, D.C. area? You think that's a coincidence? Politicians, for the most part, are freaking pedos, guys. How many? I don't know. But there's no doubt in my mind that it's a large percentage. It's a massive percentage.
It's true.
And you're going to ask those people to legislate and create laws that suppress this when you know that those same people who are writing those laws are going to write laws against you very, very soon. It doesn't take very long.
But if you ask for censorship to go on a child pornography, you have to be willing to accept it to come onto yourself, and you can't say anything about it when it does.
Okay, so that's all he's got. But I want you to show them. I want to show you the mean spirit of and I'm going to show you that Incessant Goy 2 is liking these comments. Never trust a grown man with a ponytail. That would be me. Like the comment. That's ad hominem right there, guys. Why? Why never trust him? If he reached out his hand to keep you from falling off a cliff, would you not trust him? that he's your only chance? You're not going to reach out and grab his hand so that that man with the ponytail can help you? No. Hector, when you do that, you engage in an ad hominem attack, and you're telling the world you don't have an argument. So let's go after his what he looks like. Let's go after his hair. How short should my hair be? Should you be the gatekeeper of how short men's hair should be? If it's not the right length, is that person somebody that can't be trusted? What's the correlation there? It's evidence of a crime without qualification. He makes no sense. Of course it's a crime. But you don't want criminals in government to exact a broad spectrum censorship on something that you, as a moral person, will never engage in. You and I will never go seek out child pornography. Why? Because we're normal people. We don't have deteriorated brains and dark hearts. I don't understand what I Am says here. Valley Dude, I don't know if he's referring to me or somebody else. Valley Dude is a social engineering psyop. I can only imagine he's talking about me because there's no... I mean, is he calling me Valley Dude? I don't know. Do I talk like Valley? I don't know. Susan Wojcicki. The subscriber numbers are manufactured, and he's paid to say stupid, impossible to implement crap like this. What's impossible to implement about morality? You can't fake that level of lunacy. What's lunacy about not seeking a tyrannical remedy to protect us from the evils of the world? OJM says creepy. I'm creepy because I don't want tyrannical government outreach and censorship by a bunch of political psychopaths who are also pornographers and pedos. I don't know anyone that would agree with him, but then again, I don't have pedophiles for friends. So I have pedophiles for friends because I don't want the iron fist of government to come down on everybody because there's a couple sickos in the world. MP says, never like this fag MF. He justifies pedo long hair fag. He justifies pedo long hair fag. I don't understand that. So because I got long hair, I'm a fag? I don't know. But notice these are all liked by Incessant Goy too. No substantiation, no argument, ad hominem personal attacks, like. That tells you everything you need to know about what's going on in the heart of Incessant Goy too. I keep saying Incessant God. Incessant Goy too. Goy as opposed to the J. Hannah Banana says, I like how things were better even though I was not born during my grandparents' generation. And check this out. Got a like from Incessant Goy. The U.S. had strict laws. That's the opinions of politicians backed by the threat of force against profanity. Profanity? So we're going to let the government tell us what profanity is and isn't. And if we violate that law, they're going to initiate unjust force and violence on us if we say a word that they banned. Laws against profanity and sexual explicitness. Who's going to lay that standard? See, this is my point, guys. Agents of government, functionaries of government will stick their foot in your door, and they're not content with that. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Children need protection. I agree. But who's responsible for protecting children? Parents, not government. So my question and I wrote, it's so funny. I put watch, let's see if this happens. Let's see if I have here's I just pasted because I'd already copied it. I've already left 2 messages, and this is the exact message that I left to him, and my comment keeps disappearing. I don't know why. I'm not going to blame Incessant Goy for disappearing my comments, but it disappeared nonetheless. Look, I'm going to go ahead and comment on it right now. I'm doing this live. It's 10:05 p.m. on 12/6/2019. I say Incessant Goy 2. Incessant Goy 2 is the channel. Please specify who exactly you want to police the rest of us because of the sickness of ped-minded people. And how is it that such censorship will protect those who would never dream of looking at pedo porn? You and I will never go there because we're normal. We love justice. We love what's right. We love righteousness. We hate wickedness. And we recognize government to be wickedness. Do you also want them to protect you from Satanism, animal sacrifice, bestiality, homosexuality, lesbianism, trans crap? Do you want all that stuff censored too? These are plagues on society. Satanic ritual abuse? Who exactly is it that you desire to be your mommy or daddy gatekeeper to shield you from the evils of the world? Because that's what you're calling for, Incessant Goy 2. I'm looking forward to your response. Now, Incessant Goy, I want you to notice something, and hopefully you'll learn something. I never engaged in any ad hominem attack. I want to deal with your argument because I seek truth. I seek honesty, and it is patently dishonest to say that you don't trust somebody because they got a ponytail. Talk about an easy way to get out of an argument. Samir S. says, yeah, this is the total anarchy ideology. No laws at all. Who says anarchy is no laws? All anarchy means is no rulers, not no rules. Anarchy, no rulers. Do you want a ruler, Samir? If you say you don't want a ruler, then you don't want censorship on anything, because the moment you ask for censorship, you're asking for a ruler to protect your eye gates and ear gates because you can't do it yourself. Let people do everything they want to do. Yes, unless, there's a caveat, unless they reach out their hand to harm somebody else. My liberty and right and freedom to swing my fist ends where your nose begins. I have no right to take away your liberty or any part of your life whatsoever. No matter what, anything goes. No, that's not true. But there is one problem. Well, the problem is you don't understand anarchy, because that's not, anything goes is not an anarchy. Anything goes? That's not anarchy. Anarchy is just no rulers. There aren't only good-hearted people out there. I agree. And because of that, the last thing you want to give those non-good-hearted people, i.e. those evil people, is a monopoly on force and violence to tell the rest of us what we can or can't do, what we can or can't watch, where we can or can't go, how much we can spend, how much they can take. Yeah, bring back the early days of the Wild West, baby. I can do anything, anywhere, at any time. And if somebody dares to ask me to stop doing bad shit, I just shoot them in the face. Well, you just revealed to the world that you have no concept or understanding what anarchy, i.e. voluntarism, actually is. Because it relies primarily on the principle of non-aggression. Unless somebody comes at you, there's no reason to begin unjust force and violence on peaceful people who haven't done anything wrong. You can end the violence by engaging in justice and throwing down violence and retaliating and proper righteous self-defense. But you just displayed to the world, and I hope you keep your comment up. And look who liked it. Incessant Goy too. He doesn't understand. You have no understanding, Incessant Goy. You're demonstrating. Let me just put it this way. You're demonstrating that at this point in time, on this journey, which we're all walking, you don't understand. You don't have a mind that's enlightened by understanding. You want a tyrannical remedy to help protect you against the evils of the world. I'm riding with my AR-15 into the sunset. Total anarchy, survival of the fittest. That's not what anarchy is. If you live in an anarchy society, you say you don't want any rulers for yourself, and you damn sure aren't going to demand one for somebody else. Because why? Because it's immoral. Survival of the fittest is not what anarchy is. This shit ain't working in our time, by the way. Absolutely, it is absolutely working in your life every day of the week. You engage, Samir S. You engage in anarchy every single day. Does anybody tell you what time you need to get up? How you should dress? What shirt you should put on? What toothpaste you should brush your teeth with? How much water you should drink? What foods you should eat? Anybody telling you that? If not, then you're engaging in anarchy. You're saying, I don't need a ruler for these things in my life. And the moment you say you need a ruler to censor things, to shield you from the evils and the ills of the world, that's the moment you become dishonest with your own heart. And you embed yourself and cement yourself in cognitive dissonance. Check out my new censored and shadow ban, and then he just mocks me. Again, it's ad hominem. Because there really is no argument about pure freedom and truth. Mateo was saying he was insinuating that it would come to light if out there. That's true. Incessant Goy says, yeah, after thousands of people and kids watch it on Pornhub. You know what? I don't want tyranny. I don't want censorship, because those who exact censorship are evil. I don't want evil trying to protect me from evil. How is that insanity? Child porn should never be in the open. Okay, tell me then, answer my question from up here. Incessant Goy, who exactly do you want to police the rest of us and protect us and shield us from the evils of the world? What mommy, what daddy government do you want doing that? The entire point is keep the public away from that junk. In other words, to keep them safe. Let me tell you, Incessant Goy 2, necessity is the plea for every infringement of human freedoms. It's the argument of tyrants, it's the creed of slaves. And you're playing into the argument of tyrants and the creed of slaves at the same time. That's why it's illegal in the first place. He's fallen in. He's got the pitfall. He's got eight likes. A lot of people like what he says. They're sympathetic to his message of actual censorship. The begging of tyrants to please save us, save our children, protect us. It's the argument of tyrants. It's the creed of slaves. He's demonstrating a very strong lack of understanding, a profound lack of understanding. That's why it's illegal. Trust in government. Trust in government. Armchair Quarterback mocks, because I remember him asking me this question. And it seemed like a setup at the time, but you know what? I'm willing to ask questions. Truth fears no scrutiny. Haha, I'm the one who asked him that question. I was shocked when I heard it. Shocked what? That I don't want censorship by tyrants? Thanks for making this video and showing this. Thumbs up from Incessant Goy 2. Continuing to demonstrate that lack of knowledge and understanding of what true freedom really is. Freedom is dangerous. And I'd rather have dangerous freedom than peaceful slavery, Incessant Goy. That's where I stand. Yeah, I saw that. Great job, bro. Rib. You got him. You got him. Thanks, mate. Armchair Quarterback. Hopefully you guys will see this video and maybe be ashamed of yourselves because you don't have an argument against true liberty and true freedom. You don't want to be vigilant. You want somebody else to fight your battles for you. Instead of forming a cohesive society that starts with your community. That's how we get strong. That's how you build a reputation-based society. It's hard work. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes energy, it takes love and human compassion and understanding and not engaging in ad hominem attacks. You're actually demonstrating how we cannot come together as a society, Armchair Quarterback and Incessant Goy 2. You're demonstrating by this right here that you are not willing to do anything but engage in five and dime ad hominem attacks. It's so easy for you. And I understand, because that's how the masses fall into the pitfall of begging government to do everything for them, to the point where we're $23 trillion in debt right now. And our lives are hanging on the balance of a fiat currency Ponzi scheme by the Federal Reserve. This is how it happens, guys. All right, so I'm gonna end that here, guys. I did not expect to be going for 22 minutes, but I want your take on this. I don't want censorship. There is no tyrannical remedy for the evils of the world. If it is to be, it's up to me and you and us together. We don't become strong unless we stand for and embrace and get consumed by truth and logic and light and love and human compassion and do to others what you would want done to you. Something that the Incessant Goy 2 and Armchair Quarterback demonstrated the antithesis of the golden rule. I love and appreciate you guys. Like and share this video with everybody you can, everywhere you can on social media, and I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.